I remember '06. I was plotting on now. Always knew that I would be. We always know you was something. I remember '06. I was plotting on now. Always knew that I would be. I just didn't know how. Dedicated to the art. Felt rejected from the crowd. When I turned it up, life turned my shit down. Bro, you know how it feels when you know that you had built it. Started with an idea, then it resonated with millions. Started off broke, ended up with billions. Same reason why these young niggas will kill you. I'm not a gangster, I'm a real one. For my dreams, I stood on corners like we fear nothing. Selling gas like gas stations, that ain't a career, bro. Sticking to my goals, I never steered from. I know you probably thinking girls are hits, but I got better shit to talk about than ass and tits. What's on your mind and what you package with? What's unique with your design, not what you package with? What's on your mind, girl? What up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning convo. This morning, I wanted to chop it up with y'all. I'm gonna go live in a little bit and do some videos. I got some videos to show y'all. Last night, I did a joint on Pfizer, on a company that did the vaccine shit. Who did the vaccine and how they came up with it. And while I was live, like 20 minutes into that bitch, I got a letter from Facebook when they were saying like, basically that they blocking certain videos. Cause I told y'all they getting sued, like Facebook and was getting sued by the government because they said they swayed the election by not stopping people posts. But in some sense, that's like blocking freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? They're not really allowing us to really speak and express. So they passing laws that's really locking down, or the government is locking down on the social media companies and getting the social media companies to basically censor us and take away freedom of speech online, you know what I mean? So this morning I want to talk to everybody about a sensitive subject outside of Pfizer, which was, you know what I'm saying, you know I always go in. I'm one of the people that always going on relationships. And I had a couple people come to me, a couple men, and something that they wanted me to speak on and express was the fact of the matter about how, you know, I remember like an older man told me recently, like, you know, as a man, that there's certain things that a man has to understand that the younger men that hasn't been handed down to the younger men of, you know, the 30s and 40s that need to be understood. Like, cause he was telling me, he said, man, I hear you when you talk about the black family. An older guy, he was like, but you know, one thing you gotta understand that what we used to understand as men growing up, their fathers used to tell them, like, look, you know, with men, sometimes you gonna have to do things. You gotta make choices as a man that your woman might not understand when it come down to the household or the kids or your life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times our women want balance. They want to play it safe or what's supposed to be. So the aspect of like a little bit dreaming on the edge, going over the edge, a lot of women not cool with. Or when they come down to the house of the kids, whether they're yours or not, a lot of women not cool with because it's a power that they feel like that they have. Or it's something that we have to realize that our women being nurturers on average, they don't have the same thing. That's the difference between us and them. You know, so sometimes he was like, being a real man means sometimes, you know, your woman and your wife don't really comfortable, don't like how you don't want you to discipline because that's not what she cool with. Well, sometimes being a real man, you gonna whoop their ass anyway, and you're not gonna argue with their mother. You gonna tear their ass up, and you gonna walk past. You know what I'm saying? And so it was something that the older men and a lot of men who've been through a lot of shit wanted to express. And one of the things that they really wanted to express was the fact that as men, being a man, sometimes you gotta make a call. You gotta be willing to risk it all in some sense for the benefit of them children. Because today, you know what I'm saying, men are being like so much pushed away from doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like he was saying, like, all women say they want a good man or want to be able to say that they got a good man or want the certain aspects of what we consider today a good man, which is, you know, a sweet man, somebody caring, somebody that do for them, right? But in this same thing, like he said, they also want a man that loves them so much that he'll do whatever. So in some sense, the man got to be somewhat psychotic. you know what I'm saying, and care more about the woman and the kids more than himself. Now, this is a problem in the black community. So some people won't agree with me, but that's okay. Like, I don't agree that if a black man cares more about his wife and his children more than he cares about himself, I get the logic, but in some sense, it still doesn't help because he's neglecting himself. So to put all of your love and live through your kids and your woman only is a neglection of self, and it's a crime. Another reason why men had a problem that we have when it come down to this family thing, or with women, because I have a conversation with a lot of women about why the black man does or why he don't do, or why he will or why he won't, you know what I'm saying? It come down to how they feel and respect. But he kept pushing the point to me like, listen, you young niggas need to understand that it was, most of the time, the women didn't agree with the men, but at the same time, the only difference was the order or the structure at the time. At the time, she might have necessarily had to kind of bite her tongue somewhat, because at that time, he was the one that was financially getting the money and paying all the bills during the burden, right? What up? You and Riley, you gotta pull up on me this morning. Yo, when I get off live, bro, you may hit me, bro. You can pull up on me in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be up. I gotta feed the dog, but you can come see me. So, but yeah, like, and I wanted to express it because I have to be real, using myself as an example. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that no matter how much you have been there as a man, whether if you're the father of the children, or if you're not the father and you're the man that's been there, there's a natural line that, you know, I never understood when, like, my father used to be like, you know, there's certain things you gotta stop expecting women to understand. And at the same time, as a man, we have to mature to the point to know if we want certain things done with the boys or the kids, then we gotta be willing to be like, look, I don't wanna hit, I'm not gonna argue with you, but I damn shame about to let them run around this house and disrespect me, right? Cause I can say that as a man that I have spent time and years of a relationship, like, being honest, where it's like the argument ends up being between me and the woman, you know what I'm saying? When it's clearly a lack of leadership. And I want to say this to all the queens. I think that women need to understand that there's no way to get a man to truly believe in you or truly buy into that system. Good morning, Red. Like, or truly buy into this love shit when y'all not playing the game fair. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no anger in my conversation, but this shit gotta be had. I was thinking about this shit last night. There's no way possible that a black man is going to give his life over and submit to the order of the family when he still gotta be under everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not possible. You can't expect the women, in some sense, y'all want a man today to come in there and to really, really have these, to be so gentle and so loving and kind, when at the drop of a dime, anything that you don't emotionally feel or anything that you're not comfortable with. See, I would ask for women, and not just black women, women in general, to stop getting upset and stop letting your emotions be the base of your choices. Because y'all running, a lot of the good niggas, y'all run them niggas right the fuck away from y'all, and they don't understand why you keep having the problems you having. You know what I'm saying? Or when it come down to having men. You know what I mean? Because that is an issue. Like, we stop expecting niggas to do shit for y'all, and y'all come in there half-ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, sex or your body parts don't help niggas with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking that what's in between your legs, do something for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because you got something in between your legs, and we got something in between our legs. And what you got ain't no better than what we got. You know what I'm saying? Even though they make you believe. And other thing, I was riding for like 2 hours looking for places yesterday, and every fucking song that came on the radio, every girl record that came on the radio was telling girls to use niggas for money, fuck that nigga, use his money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the reason. That's why I tell people, we be talking about men, but don't nobody ever want to talk about the truth about, yo, the shit that black women is some of the biggest poison. Like, people didn't agree with me when I said that black women was the selfish. I had the people that really didn't agree with me about when I said black women was the selfish women on the planet, but I think, like, you can't take what I say at face value. You know what I'm saying? If you take what I be saying at face value, then it'll seem disrespectful. You gotta look at this from all angles. When I say the black woman was selfish, I was only speaking of no other woman in America especially has the power that a black woman has. Like, the white women, the Mexican women, they don't have the same power and the same pull and so mouthy and so you know what I'm saying, so opinionated. Not saying that they don't have an opinion, but they don't have the same pull. Like black women, they gonna tell you what it is. You can like it or not, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need shit. I'll be independent. There's no woman on planet Earth with the power the vocal power, or the power financially, and the power to not do if they don't want to. There's no other woman on the earth. So when I say they selfish, it's true on the aspect of not disrespectful, but it's true because as a woman, as a black woman, you have the most power. You have the most say so, and you have the biggest choice to do and not to do. The rest of these women live in a different turmoil. They're more based on trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to make their men happy. Now, do they have their own shit? Yes. But they don't have the same power and freedom that you have when you I'm not doing shit. I ain't gotta listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it selfish. I always tell you, selfishness can manifest in how you do that man over your children. You don't allow that man to be completely himself. You asking a lot, but you being selfish because you worried about the benefit of the kids. Selfishness could manifest on just you want him to do everything for you when you're not willing to give. Right? You got selfishness that's material, where you want that man to do everything for you, but you not spending no money, and you feel like because you got a pussy or because you his woman that he supposed to do something. That's selfishness. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna apologize, because at the end of the day, I always say that when I get into it with women, the ones I argue with, some I don't always argue, some we just had a conversation. I want you to understand, when you make your accusation and you be like, well, I don't like that, I respect it. But I want you to understand that, no, you're putting you on all black women, right? Just like if I'm talking about with how men ain't shit, or how men be doing foul shit, and a nigga be like, yo, nah, bro, nah, it's not that. All men not like that. Like, no, I'm saying, my nigga, you putting who you are, you putting who you are yourself on the logic of all men, just like vice versa. In that situation, I understand, because the first thing that I had to realize is that, one, on average, women, right? Women, and I'm not gonna say just black women, but on average, women have a problem with accepting that they're wrong. That shit is the biggest turnoff on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? You can't be right about everything, and then you can't be not willing to be acceptable that when you wrong, and there's kids in this house. You know what I'm saying? Or, you feel me? Like, if you a woman or a man, because it goes both ways. Because sometimes it's not the woman, it's the man. If you got kids in your house and y'all still arguing over this kid shit, like what you want the kids to have, like, look, this is what I learned. If y'all do not morally match, it doesn't matter if y'all love each other. It doesn't matter if y'all get along. It doesn't matter if y'all zodiacs match. That shit don't matter. Y'all have to have these same morals, and y'all have to want the same. So for years, it's like, yo, that's why people with different religions have a problem with having children. Excuse me, and staying together. Why? Because at some point, what you believe gonna interfere or inflict, like, cause even like me, like, for example, like the way I think and what I believe, like, I'm not budging, but it's certain shit that I know would get me in conflict with any woman I date, because, you know, 99% of all the men she meet, even when she knows she wrong, at some sense they gonna submit, and they gonna say I'm sorry, and they gonna be like, yo, this and that. But me, I'm gonna be a little bit different, you feel me? I'm not going to submit to that shit. Like, if I know that shit foul, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, I'm not doing it. Like, you can't expect I'm not, like, that's the difference between me. A lot of men, they accept it, they don't speak up. So a lot of women be like, oh, he bugging because they hear me speaking. But it's like, nah, I need you to understand that. I need both. I need the women to understand that a mature man gonna say, you know what, bet. Just like how you've grown and you feel like you've anteed up and you leveled up, so have I. The difference is, I need you to stop living in your emotions as a woman, respectfully, right? Because there is some things that us as men, we do have to understand. But I need a woman to understand that when, let's keep it a band, right? Because my niggas gonna be proud. Black men gonna be proud when I say this. Yo, your emotions cannot be the basis of our parenting, right? Because there's some shit that we gonna do as men that you just not gonna understand, baby girl. Because when you get mad at your son, the world don't love that nigga, and they gonna look at that little nigga or our daughters the way you gonna look at them. right? Especially your son. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that we are his first, we the first representation of the street. So if as men, we got to make choices. If you with a woman and you love her, I need y'all niggas to evaluate y'all women personally. Not like, don't judge them, just evaluate them. All right, when it comes down to these kids, she's psychotic. She's not capable, or vice versa, shorty. He not capable of doing A, B, C, and D. And once we got to be scientists. Okay, you love them, then you need to say, okay, at some point early on, they can't do A, B, C, D. So I gotta ignore them because they are psychotic. They are sick. They are mentally and emotionally sick because of what they was taught as women or as men in their foundation, or what was or wasn't done when they was children in front of them. Now, I come from a household of, nigga, you even roll your eyes at the women the minute they gonna punch you in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? You could do what you wanna do, but you gonna get your ass whooped. I ain't never gonna understand the logic of like the kids can grow up and do whatever. Like I ain't come from that. That wasn't a generation, and I realized that the niggas who like in their early 40s, early 40s and early 30s, 30 to 40, we was the last generation of that real shit. But the problem is that we also was the first generation who started doing shit that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? It is not possible for us as men to do the job of a father today because women are not emotionally capable and stable because they have been told that a man is not capable. That's what this about. It's not that women don't trust us because they don't believe that we are capable. They don't believe we competent, you feel me? So when I get into it with a lot of women, I'm like one of the few, and they have to eventually be like, well, damn, or they respect it because they realize, like, most niggas not like you. And I have to be real. Just like I say, like, I can't put me on most men because most men ain't me. They ain't got the moral complex that I got, and they haven't done the shit that I did, and they weren't willing to sacrifice. But at the same time, I gotta be real with women and say, yo, but look, I was the nigga that was sacrificing and doing, and is it worth it? Fuck no, because a nigga like me still get dragged through the mud. I still gotta fight all the bullshit. And when I say I mean like all the shit that a man, and not me personally, I'm saying the men like me, we still gotta fight the bullshit that she has already encountered. Vice versa. She still gotta fight, and she still gotta fight us and encounter the shit like that that's going to do that shit for us. So it's the same thing. We can't get completely mad. See, this shit is psychological. This is emotional abuse, and this is emotional abuse and psychological abuse at its best, right? So I can get mad, or men can get mad at women, but by leaving and walking away don't really fix the problem either. But at the same time, staying in a situation where it can't. And so that's why I was saying the other day, like, my cousin he was like, bro, you need to understand that what you saying is real shit. But where the problem arises when it comes down to this conversation is that, bro, women are not going to put men over their children. This conversation I had, and I come here because it was pointed out to me in the last 2 days over and over again. That conversation. I'm expressed. This is what we want as men. Yes, we want you to put us in front of the children. We don't care about your logic, about what your mama taught you, respectfully, or what was passed down to you. We need you to realize that shit does not work. And that's part of the thing that's destroying the fuck out of us as people, right? So you need to stop thinking that we can be a man, or the fact that we feel like men when we know that the kids is getting away with murder, that we got our ass whooped for. So, women, stop thinking that a man can sit there like women. I want you to respect me. I am a queen. But when it's time for you to whoop these kids' ass and to get on that bag and to really stand on your shit, you ain't showing me queen. You operating on some other shit. You letting your emotions get the best of you. It's a reason why nature, God, Allah, Buddha, or Jesus made the man and the woman two completely different beings. We were not supposed to be the same, right? It's common sense. I'm glad my genetic makeup isn't like a woman. And a woman should be glad too. Because, for example, when I'm saying, like, when I put my foot down, like, I seen Shorty whoop the kids one day and, like, just go through the motion. Man, I had to get her, like, I can't let this shit slide, because this shit gonna get them murdered in the future. I gotta get up, and I gotta go, like, watch out. And I gotta go ham. I gotta be a man. I gotta be willing to in the whole relationship over making my point. Like, not making my point to her, but to them kids. Like, yo, that's what a man is. I realize that's what a man is like. Like, fuck my relationship, because this relationship is only superficial. I don't give a fuck about this relationship. But if you got kids, your kids is the objective. If you can't get like, boom, you know that she in there and she not handling this right, well, being a man is like, it's, what I'm learning is like, don't argue with her. Let her do what she gonna do. As soon as she walk out or go about her business, you go text them kids' ass in a way that's proper and that's necessary. And don't argue with her. You handle your business. You handle your business. You whoop their ass. You rough these little niggas up or whatever. And then when you walk out of the room, you look at her, regardless of what she say, you just walk out, you go for a ride, you go do what you do. That's what you gonna do. Don't expect justification or approval. You do what you gotta do, because at the end of the day, as the man of the house, in some sense, they kind of think it's sexy, but in a lot of ways, that shit is annoying. You know what I'm saying? We can't be a man of this house and at the same time gotta second guess and gotta try to guess and juggle what the fuck is right and wrong. But we also as men have to understand that we can't expect them to understand something that wasn't given to them and wasn't understand. So we have to, it's a double street. Am I blaming women? Hell yeah. But do I understand that it go back to how we was taught and how we was indoctrinated? Yeah. But it's not possible. So the truth of the matter is 98% of black women, like, realest statement, people gonna be mad at me. Black women are not capable. All women, because when I say black, they get offended. Women are not capable of understanding or being able to sympathize with a man that raises kids that's theirs or not. Because if you are the father, you doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. You don't deserve no kudos. Even though they see all these niggas not doing. If you not the dad, it's even worse. It ain't no better. But and I'm saying this because it's not possible. And I want men to understand that, be on my convos in the morning. Don't think that don't just take it as your woman don't love you. I want you to understand that it is not possible. You feel me? And very few. And when I say not possible, it's always possible, because there's always going to be women out there that will. But those are the rare exceptions. But even the good women will have a problem with allowing you to be in a proper place. I can't come in here and be a daddy, and I can't come in here and be a man unless I'm allowed to be a man. I can't be a man when you want me to be, like, when it come down to finances, when it come down to shit. Well, you a man, right? You supposed to handle it. Nah, that's your definition of what the fuck a man is. That's when you being funny. What being a man is all the shit that got nothing to do with money. The moral, the principle, the order, the discipline, the structure of the house. But we can't, don't base your reality off of it. But you want me to be real with it. I can't, when I have a conversation with women that don't agree with stuff I say, I tell them all the time, like, yeah, I respect what you're saying. And I say it just like that. I about stutter, like, I respect it. But I'm not going to apologize for my logic, because at the end of the day, a woman being uncomfortable with certain shit I say, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. A lot of people, men and women that got problems, yo, you got to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You selfish. You got to stop thinking like, women swear they not selfish. You got a kid by a nigga that's not his, whether if y'all got kids together or not. And he got to discipline his kids, but he got to walk through tiptoe tightrope. You want me to be the man of the house and pay your bills, and you want all this shit to go on, and you want these men, like, you know, me personally, ain't no men coming up in the house, in my house, and saying shit about nothing. But I know for a fact that men do, like women, most women, especially black women, got niggas in here paying bills and doing shit for them, and then when the baby father pop up and come around, you know what I'm saying, it's like, well, that's his daddy, and you got, oh, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I'm not about to be playing daddy with you. That nigga need to be daddy 100% of the time. Stop trying to make me to submit to the choices that you made when you opened your legs up to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck he is. And so that's the reason why, at the end of the day, black women going to be single, because black women don't have the moral and principle or the understanding. When I say moral and principle in relationship, see, stop applying what I be saying as women to everything. I'm talking about the relationship. We got the relationship between me and you. We got the kids. We got how we deal with certain shit. It's multiple levels. This is just one level. But women will argue about, oh, nah, but women, y'all know deep down inside that y'all not gonna fucking put us above y'all kids, but y'all expect all this shit over us. And that's some sorry shit. And so that's why I speak about it. I can't believe that as men, I want y'all to know, I've talked to a lot of women, they do not respect you on average. It don't fucking matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Black men only matter if they financially mean something, or you their son. And even in that case, you could be their son, and they still gonna hit you with that goddamn black man syndrome shit. Right? Because of the shit your father did. You know what I mean? It's like black women, they will not admit, like I talk to so many black women who tell me I love black men. But everything they say whenever we get deep in the middle expresses how much you dislike us. I love black men. I ain't got no problem with black men. All my kids is by black men. You know what I'm saying? I love a strong black man. But when we get deep in some shit, you let me know about the shit when I'm expressing to you. You let me know how much you think of a black man because of what you want to allow. You can't tell me you love a black man, but you won't give the black man the power, give him his power that he rightfully earned. Give a fuck if he the father or not. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if what you think, like, if you with this nigga, you been with this nigga for a minute, what the fuck is we fighting for over stupid shit? That shit gotta stop. And then you wonder why we go out here and we be fucking with other women. Stop expecting that shit. We not your slave. My argument is, my thesis as a black man is telling you as a black woman, when you watch me understand, I keep saying that we are not just servant. We are not second-class citizens. You feel me? So I'm the front line runner right now as black men suffrage of the 2020s. We not going to accept it. We are not just servants, and we are not here just to make you feel good and to support you without you not being able to emotionally support us back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, once again, ever since when is it cool for the church or the doctor to disrespect the military? When the war comes, you're going to need these black men. You know what I'm saying? But it's separation. Y'all, women always screaming that, oh, I love a black man. Do you? Do you really? Or do you love a black man? Or do you want a black man that you can control and tell what to do? Because you can't, and no woman can argue with me. I grew around all women, and I know a lot of women, a lot, my nigga, a lot. And I will tell you that women have a problem. They do not respect black men. They really don't. You know what I mean? They feel like we demand shit, but they feel like we demand shit, respect, that our pockets don't equal. And that's the first mistake. Because our respect as men has nothing to do with our fucking pocket. But since you think that you having to, like, you fuck me too, and then you created this baby, or vice versa, that you the nigga here with this baby, right? And then you want to make it seem like that I'm the foulest type nigga because I ain't got no money. You feel me? If I ain't hand you no money before we was fucking, when we made that baby, then stop looking at me like that. Like, if I was coming to you, paying you for some sex or some ass, and then we made a baby, I can understand it. But if when we got into it and we was fucking and want no money exchange, then stop thinking when that baby pop out that little baby a fucking credit card. Because women treating babies like credit cards. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, you know, I'm tired of women that come around. Like, I understand y'all real women and y'all good women, but stop acting like y'all don't have y'all shit. Stop acting like y'all don't have issues. Like, that's what I'm talking about. When the relationship ends, a lot of people, men do it too, but more women, they'll go back to their family and they'll tell all the wrong that nigga did, but they're not going to tell what they did. They're going to tell the family. They'll tell the family, they mother, even if they got a father, they'll tell their mother and father certain shit. But women really not going to make themselves look bad. They're not going to go tell the truth. And women really, she not going to go to her mama, her daddy, her cousin, and them tell them the complete truth. They're going to tell them their story to the aspect, and they might tell some shit, but they're not going to embarrass themselves. Even if they cheating, they could have been fucking 3 niggas. The nigga could know that his wife or woman cheating or not being doing certain shit, but when she going around, she going to tell her family, well, he ain't spend time with me, and he ain't do this, and all of this shit. But then a woman will tell us all the time, oh, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't this. But when we said, oh, stop telling me what I ain't, that's abuse. Black women, you not getting no more emotionally abused than a black man. In the conversations I've been having lately, when I hear black women say that they've been through more than the black man, when I see them comments when women say shit like, the black woman got it worse than the black man and it's so much harder, I disagree. You have been told in the last 20, 30, 40 years, especially since the 80s, you have been told for self-esteem purposes that you have had it the worst. No, you haven't. Half of the kids that grow up without no fathers, their mama responsible. There's a lot of women who grow up and get pregnant by a nigga that got a wife or got a girl, and then she mad because he tell her, I don't want to be with you. She'll never tell that nigga that she pregnant and move out of state so she ain't got no fucking dad. He or she ain't got no daddy. You feel me? This is the real shit. We cannot do our job as long as you sick. So as much as I have black women talking about the black man, he ain't this and that, nigga, you sick. Stop pointing the finger at black men. Yeah, we sick. But you sick too. You sick as hell. Like, and that's what I'm tired of. I sit back and I hear women talk about men crazy. And I be thinking, but you sick though. All y'all in here running your fucking mouth, but on government assistance. If you were so strong and independent, you wouldn't be on that shit. Respectfully. There's some women that really need to be on child support. But there's a whole 60 to 70% of women on child support that just doing the shit, playing the system. You feel me? Women fucking creating babies with niggas like they go out to the club, see a nigga with a little money, they plotting on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want something? Or do you think because you've been told, because these women told their daughters, look, make sure that nigga can take care of you, make sure that's all cool and dandy. But that shit fucked up and that shit foul. That shit true. You do want a nigga that can take care of you. You do, but taking care might not be all complete financial. That man can take care of you. Just like I tell women all the time. I know a lot of niggas who got the bag. And like that song I heard by, what's her name? That dated Big Sean, and she got old girl, and she was saying in the record about, like, she was talking about, like, the money and shit. Like, she can get another nigga to do it. If you can get another nigga to do it, then understand why that niggas ain't gonna do. Right? You know what I'm saying? But we not about to be sitting here arguing with you. The world changing, baby girl. We out here, we still arguing with y'all motherfuckers. I don't understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it just like this, unapologetic. As black men, we tired of y'all. We tired of y'all. Whether we love you or not, we fucking tired of y'all. Especially when we got kids by y'all. We tired. Why we tired? Nigga, we getting shot down in the fucking street. And we still gotta come home and argue with you. You know what I'm saying? We watching men get shot down in the fucking street right now. And we still gotta come home and argue with you about our kids or about some shit that you fucking created. Because you uncomfortable with me busting his ass. But that little motherfucker, right? Because a lot of time it be your son. That's why I say him. But this little motherfucker, I tell him to clean up, or I tell him to do this. And when I tell you, when I say I'm talking about men, good men like me, right? I'm not speaking for myself. But when I tell him to clean up, and I tell him to do what the fuck he's supposed to do, and I keep telling him, and he keep walking past me like, fuck you. If I punch this little bitch ass nigga in his mouth, you gonna be mad. And that's what I be telling him, baby girl, I don't take disrespect from a nigga. Ain't no grown up gonna come to me and do some shit like that to me. I'm gonna punch him in this shit. That's how we get down as men. So I damn sure ain't about to let your little boy that you fucking created, that make you trying to please him. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about him. Just like that. See, that's the problem. Y'all want a good nigga. See, that's why I say, you know, I'm a Pisces two sides. That's why I tell females, you want Irvin, right? Because you got Willie Walker and you got Irvin. Or as they say, you got Jersey and you got Irvin, right? And Irvin is a sweetheart, the romantic nigga, rub your feet, give you flowers, you know what I'm saying? Take you out on dates, dinner, you know what I'm saying? Tell you I love you, be romantic with you, keep it 100 with you, put you on game, teach you the shit that your father and shit ain't even teach you, right? But you're not going to disrespect me and just be on some foul shit because you emotionally don't understand that I'm trying to help you. There's a lot of real niggas out here that be trying to get their girls to grow, but we got to fight with you to grow up because you still exist around your pussy and your hips. You feel me? Because your hips popping and your pussy fat and your shit wet, you still exist in your hips. You know what I'm saying? He went on talking, I need a man, but the whole time, the way you went about getting this nigga, you walking around wearing this tight shit, you walking around with these little shit with your ass out. Stop talking that queen shit and you walking around with your ass out. Stop talking that queen shit when you walk around, you know what I'm saying, doing shit that the hoes do. Stop talking that you gonna respect me, but bitch, you walking around like you a stripper. And I'm not gonna say it no other way. Stop telling me to respect you as a woman when everything about you is bitch-like. Right? Because we need to get this clear. And I'm not apologizing for the comments. I'm not mad this morning, but this shit necessary. Every woman is in a line right now in America. I want you to respect me. Well, all y'all not fucking respectable. 1/4 of y'all hoes, 1/4 of y'all strippers, 1/4 of y'all gold diggers, and 1/4 of y'all good women. So why do I gotta treat all of y'all the same when y'all ain't got the same moral principle? Right? When a man, sometimes I told women, I said, yo, you know, men be wrong, you know what I'm saying, for saying the word bitch and shit, whatever, right? But we get called bitch ass niggas and shit. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Men be wrong to the extent, but at the end of the day, you know what the problem is as women, especially black women? You so focused on what the fuck I say instead of what the fuck I'm saying. You so focused on how I'm saying some shit instead of hearing me out and trying to adjust, right? You have the right, like I could come to you and say, yo, look, I'm tired of da-da-da and this da-da-da. You more focused on the tone of my voice. I'm not your son, my nigga. You can't even argue at, I watch your little boys or your daughter walk around and do shit that they shouldn't be doing. Shit I got my ass whipped for and shit that I done already matured and learned already. But I come to you, I say something to you, and you don't want to discipline. But then when I flip out and smack the shit out of one of these niggas and put my hands on them, then you gonna get mad at me. Make your mind up. Which one you want? You want a man or a little boy? Because you want me to be a man financially, but you want me to suppress who I am, my leadership, my rulership, my king shit, right? I'm absolute ruler, baby girl. Like, understand, the same way how you, when a nigga walk up on us in public and say something to you, like, nah, it's that same part. You can't suppress my lion and think that I'ma respect you. You know what I'm saying? Because in the street, for example, niggas not suppressing each other lions. Niggas respect each other lions. Let me read some of these comments. It says, first thing is that the queen is dignified. It says, caring for another is not mandatory, it's advisory. Facts. Top of the top. What up, bro? He said, listening to respond and not to understand. See, the scientists say it's two type of thinkers. And most of our women, they're not listening to us. That's why these arguments can't be resolved. Yo, we as men, we are more naturally, logically based trying to find a solution. But we can argue with our woman for 4 hours and it was never her fucking intent to come to a solution, yo. She just wanted to make her point. I'm talking to you like, look, yo, this is why I'm yelling and why I'm fucking mad. I'm mad because A, B, C, D. Do you fucking hear me? And the only thing you heard was, do you fucking hear me? Listen, nigga, that's all you heard. You didn't hear what I was saying. You didn't hear the moral and principle behind it. You trying to you want me to be you. You want me to come in this conversation as a soft ass nigga. Listen, babe. I know you don't understand what's going on. And I know, man, fuck all that. You that patient with me? You feel me? It's just sympathy with me. If you ain't got that same reserve with me, then stop expecting me to have it with you. Now, I respect you, right? But respect is earned and not given. The fact that you got titties, hips, and a pussy, that do not dictate respect. You know what I'm saying? Stop running around calling respect, because what happened was, since the mid-90s, women started screaming, you know, I'm a woman, but you still doing thought shit. Because, you know, the word thought is just as equivalent of saying she a bitch. The word thought replaced bitch and hoe. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because I notice when I be talking to people, but especially women, I can say some dead truthful shit and it'll cause some turmoil. And they be like, but you gonna argue with me, but you know that your child, like, I'm talking about women, not even women I date, but you know that your child is out of pocket. Like, you know, because a woman to say like, yeah, my son is a little extra, or he can be rude or disrespectful. And I'd be like, but look, but if I was your man and I come in there and tell you, like, look, after a while, I'm going to tell you, like, it ain't but so much I'm going to sit here and let slide. I'm going to smack the shit out this little nigga. Now, it's an expression. That mean I'm going to whoop his ass. Where I come from, we will smack the shit out your son. Especially if we the nigga they're putting up. You feel me? Especially if he need it. But when I say that to you, what you going to say? You going to get offended. Because you start thinking, that's why I say the other day when I had a conversation about when Shorty told him about the marriage shit, when she told him at the end of the wedding that he was just a stepfather. That's what I mean. In many ways, women is telling us that we just a stepfather, or we just, you know, that's what they gonna tell us in some sense. When a woman say, I don't care, it don't gotta be the wedding. When we trying to discipline this little nigga and you stop us or you don't agree and you argue with us about it, you letting us know that we just a stepfather. You feel me? And this real shit, let me read this. It said they hate being wrong, so they hear the disrespectful and run with that. It's an excuse, though. It's a lack of maturity, my nigga. It's a lack of fucking maturity. As women, it's a lack of maturity, and a lot of women get mad about it, but I'm not going to argue with you, and you are immature, and you need to grow up. As much as women feel like because they got money and they can pay, and they can live financially, and they got things to their advantage, that don't make you a grown up. That just mean that you can survive. That don't make you mature, and it don't make you grown. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it come down to they hate being wrong, that's what it's about. How can women talk about men all day, right? But if you hate being wrong, then clearly you have an emotional and a psychological issue, or you have a Peter Pan syndrome. You don't want to grow up. Gee, I noticed that black women, you don't want to be held accountable for your son. When we get mad at you about your kids, and we flip out and we go to say something and we get an argument, you mad because we want to handle it a certain way, but you don't want to hear it, right? You have to grow up. Most of black women, most of them are not mature and did not grow up either, just like black men. So when I see a whole bunch of black women, they be on live, I see men, yo, how many black men, yo, can I get all the black men who got a crib by themselves and don't live with their women, you know what I'm saying, post your pic, and women be up there like, oh, you ain't gonna have many. Well, motherfucker, you wouldn't have many either if it won't. It'll be just as many women sitting outside fucking homeless if you ain't had no fucking kids and you ain't had that shit. If you take child support away and you take, and it's not being, if you take child support away and you take food stamps away and you had to go get it, it'd be a lot more women willing to work with their men because it takes two to survive right now. You feel me? But you ain't that independent either. You feel me? You screaming you independent, but you a government assisted asshole. It's real shit. And it's not because you got government assistance. It's because you screaming independence. Why you getting government assistance and you ain't even trying? See, there's women that's on this shit who broke up with their husbands or they like, fuck that, I'm not gonna be abused and talked about, and they go get government assistance and they like, yo, fuck that, I'm not about to be beat or about to be abused, and they go get on that shit and get on their feet and go do better. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that you know, shorty, you know the ones that's gonna live on the system their whole life, but running around here and want to talk about they want a man. I want a real nigga. But ain't shit about you real. You ain't matured. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that. Women don't want to talk about the fact that 90% of all black women have not matured mentally. Black women always talking about, I want a man. I heard, you know how many women, I ain't got time to raise no nigga. But yet, you want a man that's higher than you, but he got to raise your ass. So you just as annoying as that nigga that was under. If it's annoying for you to raise up a man that's lower than you, then it's annoying for a real nigga to raise up a woman who don't know. And on top of this, they ain't no return investment on this shit as a real nigga. I could come around, your baby fathers, your whoever, your ex-husband, they could be fuck niggas. Or what you know, where you come from, they could be foul fuck niggas. They might not even be real at all about what they on. You feel me? But at the same time, it's you not comfortable. You know what I mean? I don't have time to be around you. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to elevate as a man. I'm trying to get to the next point. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat with you. I don't got that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some different shit. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. And when you really mature, when you really love yourself, you're not going to accept the bullshit. And why you're not going to accept the bullshit is because how can you accept some fake shit when you love yourself? Like, look, listen, baby girl, I'm not about to sit here and let these little niggas or let you tell me some shit that I ain't about to that I wouldn't even allow me to do to me. You got me fucked up. You got the game sideways, you feel me? And black women need to understand this. If you really love yourself and if you really respect black men, then you will want to grow up and you will want to mature. And stop thinking that just because they came out your body that you know is best when you don't have the skills and what's necessary to because you live in a sheltered society. You know what I'm saying? Black women always say, oh, as a black woman, life harder. I'm not saying your life not hard, but there's a whole bunch of shit that you don't have to go through as women that men got to go through. Just like it's a whole bunch of shit that women have to go through that men don't have to go through. You feel me? But I don't hear a lot of men talk about some, I'm better than a woman. Not as much as the women do. You know what I'm saying? There's a problem. It says black women love saying, I don't raise mines or mines is grown. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's I didn't raise mines or mines grown. Or they say, I raised my kids already. But the true question that is men is you gotta don't argue with her. Look at her kids. What they on? What type of moral structure they on? You know what I'm saying? Do they got, because a lot of oldest boys got father syndrome. And I'll be looking at women like, what the fuck make you think that we gonna respect you? You had to put your son, you had to treat your son like a man for you to be mentally okay. And you had to put him in, you had to put your son, you had to make him the head of the house just to make you feel better. So when a nigga come up in there, I'm not going through no hurdles of no little boy. I smack the shit out your son. Or some disrespect shit. I mean it respectfully. I'm a real nigga. I'm not gonna apologize. I tell you, I'm from Jersey, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm the product of Jersey and Raleigh when you gumbo and mix that bitch together. But at the same time, I'm a little different. I mean, it's just me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit that niggas be on it, what they be talking about. You ain't gotta like or agree with what I be saying. But understand, most of the women that can't understand this from a mental perspective of me being real with you, understand why you gonna be single. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to respect you, but you want me to sit back and think it's cool to be second-class citizen. My nigga, I'm not capable. Hold on, y'all. I'm not capable, right? I'm saying that I understand as women that you've been hurt, right? So let me talk to the queens real quick. I understand as women that you're hurt and that niggas disappointed you and did shit, right? But if you want to grow, what you doing, you blocking your blessing, baby girl. When you meet a real nigga, I understand that you done had some shit and these niggas done dishonored you, right? And I understand that they done made you feel a certain way, but what they did was, you know, you was partially responsible for picking these fuck niggas because that's what you was on, you feel me? That's what you was on. And just like that's what he was on, I need you to understand that all you doing is blocking your blessing. You know what I'm saying? You're not really hurting me particularly or that man. But yeah, you blocking your blessing. Hey, hold on. Hey, bring me the charger downstairs. My shit about to die. My shit about to croak on my ass, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. Y'all hold on 1 second. My shit about to die. What up, Moon? I think my dog just told me I woke his ass up. This nigga. Moon. Tired of the shit? Alright. Let me put my shit back. But yeah, what's happening is that you blocking your blessing, yo. Hit that light right there. I think it's the first switch. But yeah, you blocking your blessing. You not allowing shit to go. It's no way possible that nigga could do what he supposed to do. My shit wasn't even charging. Hold on. All right. There's no way possible for that man to be able to do what he supposed to do without all the bullshit in between. And you gotta understand is that you could take your past experience, all the shit you've been through, but the only thing you gonna do is most of the good niggas you done ran them off already. You know what I'm saying? I tell niggas all the time, most of the good girls, we was like, man, they boring, yo. I need more excitement. And we go right to that goddamn excitement, and she ain't shit. Vice versa. But it's not possible. Like, look, when I talk to women, and I'm telling you, I have conversations, and it's not to be funny. There's a lot of women I talk to that really are genuine that love men. But it's a lot of women who deep down inside, they want to believe that they don't have a problem with men. And I never said that they was completely wrong. But they want to believe it. So when I talk to them, they say how much they respect black men and black men, da-da-da. But when we get dead deep in some shit, it shows, because once I go past the first happy phase of like, yeah, da-da-da, bro, yeah, you do more conversation. But once we get past that basic shit and we start digging, and going in deep to that shit, right? Then what end up happening is you'll see it. Like, it's a lot of women that say they love black men, but psychologically really got a problem with black men. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than what they think. Like, to them, they be like, I don't have a problem with black men. I got a black son. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 brothers. That still has nothing to do with how you view the men you date. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest crime in this whole shit. It's no way possible that we could do what we supposed to do or be in the situation how we supposed to be in with all the bullshit. So, and I explain all this to y'all so understand why black men unenthusiastic about being there. You know what I'm saying? The whole job of coming in and raising and doing for kids it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? The men of my generation, we actually, all of them, a lot of them, they wanted to be fathers. They couldn't wait to be a father. And then when they became fathers, you know what I'm saying, they put everything to the side for it. But that's what I tell women. Women, the fact that I know, and the women that's real will agree with me on this shit. Women want a man that love them so much that they put their dreams in the back. Women want to be a man's dream, right? Because I think women started realizing that a dreaming man or a man with a dream gonna put that dream over everything. So women want to be a man's dream and wants to be important in that place. She want to be that important and she want to make it happen. And she wants to be there, but it's a lot that come with it. You know what I'm saying? My dreams ain't gonna let me down or it ain't gonna do certain shit. But as a woman, you can, or you could be afraid of the dream. You know what I'm saying? And I hear it all the time, and I know men are talking about a lot of women. If you got a plan to be somebody, to be successful, their problem isn't the fact that you're not talented, but they're uncomfortable with the fame that's gonna come with this shit. Oh, you're gonna have all these women on you. And I tell any of my homeboys who in relationships, if you do this music shit, or you in any field that's gonna take you having to be in the public eye, if your woman like insecure, you feel me? This shit gonna hurt you. It's gonna run you fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't move. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling, like, if you go to a video shoot and you got girls at the shoot, you know what I'm saying? You got models of the girls that come to your video shoot and you doing this shit and the girls sitting on your lap like, yo, y'all gotta sell this shit. If it's a sex song, y'all gotta sell this record. So it's gonna be steamy. She might be on top of you in her lingerie. She might be kissing on your neck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really sell this shit. But how can you do a good job when you know when this video come out or when you go home, or why that bitch was all over you, and why this and that, and why that and that, and that is little kid shit. You know what I'm saying? That is real little kid shit. And people get mad about it. But at the end of the day, my question to women, all y'all be screaming at y'all, these women, right? Now I come in the argument in the conversation, instead of you putting your pride aside and your emotions aside and let's sitting down talking about this shit, why you start going on some different shit? You want to fight a war in the way that you can win it. Meaning that even though you know I'm right about shit as men, or us as men, when I say I'm always talking about men, even though you know us as men is right about the shit that we talking about, you're going to find whatever avenue you can to live on. And that's where we go in this conversation. Yo, we tired. Stop that shit. Stop using us. You using us as your military, as your daycare. We are worth more than just being an obstacle for you. Our life, when you was told that a man is going to sacrifice his whole dreams and his life for you, that's a lie. We supposed to be able to go get and live our dreams too. We don't have to stop and circumvent our life and our navigation because we the great navigators. Why do we got to stop? Why we got to get off our boat and stop? You knew what the fuck we was on before, but see, you had a plan. You knew he was ambitious. You knew what type of nigga he was, but you figured, because women think that they can change men. You can't change him. You feel me? You can't change him. Now, if you love him properly in the right way, he gonna want to change for himself, just like vice versa. But at the end of the day, women feel like, well, you gotta accept me for me. No, I don't gotta accept your bullshit for you. And I ain't gotta fuck with you. Matter of fact, I can fuck with you. And everything you don't want to do, don't get mad when I fuck with somebody who will. You know what I'm saying? And oh, yeah, I invested a whole bunch of time with your ass, so don't get mad, because at the end of the day, if I done gave you all these years of time and effort and I'm trying to grow, right, and I'm trying to get to the next place and you ain't trying to grow with me, I'm going to curve you. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about nothing. I don't care. I don't care. Like, you can go, if I ain't working for you, apparently go hypnotize the next nigga with your hips and your curves who operating out their bottom chakra, who only thing they can't see past it. But once a man evolves and he raises Kundalini energy upwards, once it start rising up, you don't even, that shit don't matter. That shit be turning me off. Like, with your body, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, as a man, I want a woman with a nice body. Pretty face, pretty feet, nice smile, right? But it ain't enough, you know what I'm saying? That shit'll get you in the telly, get you bent over, you know what I'm saying? But it's not enough to keep a relationship going. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said this morning, as men, you just gotta pick your battle, pick your poison. If at this point you've been there the whole time, and you've been here for a minute, and y'all still arguing over these kids, then I'm not telling you to leave her, not to love her. I'm telling you to make a mental note at this point and say, all right, boom, men, check. I can't get through here, so back off. Stop putting your time and energy in that place. That's the maturity as men. That's my message to men this morning. We could be mad at them, but they got a lot of hurt, and that they need to mature and they need to heal, but they don't want to see it right now. So as men, if you still fighting over shit that you shouldn't be fighting over, those things we got to look in our mental board and say, check. Right now, in this area, psychotic. It's not possible. And that's to stop all the arguments and all this shit. If you can't fix it, stop fighting that shit. And if they don't want to fix it, stop fighting that shit. And it's time for you to start reevaluating who you are, what you want, and what you gonna want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, most of the relationships is based off sex and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Based off some shit that ain't right. I hear niggas I hear women all the time talking about how they man ain't shit and shit. And then it's like, I see they nigga, and this nigga pull up, and he the worst type nigga. Skinny jeans. He about the carbon copy image of a nigga on TV. And these niggas be 30 plus. With the fashion of these young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like the real fashion. You know what I'm saying? Balenciaga boots and shit. Like, all of them new shoes in the rap video, them bitches look like space shoes and they ugly as fuck. And people still wearing them. But that's how you know it's about money. See, a man can have some ugly ass shit, but if that shit cost $3,000-$4,000, yo, trust me, shorty don't give a fuck about what you got on. She counting your pockets, yo. You know what I'm saying? She looking at you thinking about what you could do for her. And so I always had this logic for women. Which one you think mean more? The nigga who ain't got much who do for you or the nigga that got it? Because, you know, this nigga who got it, I'm not saying they're no good niggas, but he taking care of you and the other 3-4 bad chicks he know. Because he got it. He paying his rent. He don't need shit, so he going, them girls that need it, they going to do everything that you going to do. They going to give him the whole package, the full service. They going to rotate his tires. They going to do everything. They going to get that nigga oil change. All of them. Because that's what they feel like. We pay all my bills, he keep me fly, da-da-da. It don't matter about the morals of the man. You said they older than 30. Nah, they all older than 30. You talking about 30, 40, 30 and up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not that. I'm not innocent. It ain't like I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not innocent. You know what I'm saying? And in some sense, like in the future, I think about the future, I get bigger. They try to say like, yo, he does that. Like, I'm a man. You feel me? And it go back like the Dr. King shit. We all owe Dr. King a fucking apology. Because we was able to let them make us feel like Dr. King was a freak. Because he was a pastor. So, he was a man. So he was going church to church. And these women was loving his speeches. And at the end of every state he went to, he was having sex with these girls. That's what men, that shit is. I'm not saying that has to happen. But it's man shit. The fact that we could look at, the fact that we even allow people to make us look at Dr. King as if because he was a Christian pastor, he was a freak. So that tell me that as Christian people, as people that believe, right? Because I'm not saying I'm Christian, but as people that's Christian or people that believe in certain things in religion, why is it the fact of the matter that your pastor can't be a freak? And it's not being funny. Or why is it the fact of the matter that, yo, what's wrong with Dr. King, yo? Dr. King was 20-something, yo. I don't think nobody put this in perspective. This nigga, Dr. King, when he was going around, this nigga was 25, 26, 27. This is a young nigga. He going around talking that goddamn shit. And them girls was loving him, so he was mad, but he was having sex with them. Yo, Dr. King don't deserve to be disrespected over the fact of the matter that he had sex with a bunch of women, right? Because the logic of a man being with one woman is illusional anyway, right? It's delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's delusional. Like, some women say, like, yo, it's not possible for a man to have two wives. It is, right? But let me tell you what it is, but I'm telling y'all need the two women got to genuinely love that nigga. And they got to have kids. They both need to have a child by that man. That's the only way. It can't be you got a woman, she got kids, and you got a woman by this child, and it ain't going to work. It's too much in between. You feel me? You said it's about the trend. Men should want to look good from a pride perspective. Right? And he said, yeah, see, the thing is this. A lot of times I do notice that with women, that I understand, like, shit, their daughters today, you know what I'm saying, women will doll themselves up. It's a lot of women that don't doll themselves up. It's a lot of pretty ass women who don't doll themselves up. And the only reason why you getting treated like you a regular ass woman or a bum is because you will not doll yourself up. Vice versa with men too. It's just like, yo, as me, most time I always had waves and shit. You know what I'm saying? What you do, basically what I'm saying is what you feel about yourself and what you do for yourself gonna depend on what you attract. You know what I'm saying? If I walk around on some shit like I'm gonna keep my braids fly, line up all the time, always clean, did it not, that's what I'm gonna attract. I'm gonna attract a woman who always clean, keep her hair done, shit like that. That's what you gonna attract. You know what I'm saying? It's the law of attraction. You know what I mean? I think it says temptation is a motherfucker. A lot of people don't even realize what it's like. That's facts. Right? You say, I remember the waves, yeah, but now I wanted a new look. I had people ask me at first, like, what's up? But I realized, like, nah, it's time to change it up. Like, fuck that. If I'm gonna say like I always like, I see people talking about it, but for 15, 20 years I've been talking about $1 Million Nigga was my nickname. Jersey, $1 Million Nigga. Heckler on the side, spit 1,000,000 bullets quicker. That's what a lot of my homeboys say when they see me. Especially when we came up, when they first time they see me, when they come home. That's the line they always say to me and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Jersey, $1 Million Nigga. For $1 Million Nigga, the $1 billion dude, the $1 trillion man, those are all my little lingos in 1920 with the music and shit. But you gotta feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But you need to understand as men, I hate to say it, but it's actually a format. If you doll yourself up, because let's say this, like, knowledge of self is sexy. And I say that because you're gonna be surprised how much, like, I see how much an educated man can take advantage of a lot of shit around him if his mind ain't right. Like, if the nigga had the knowledge, but if he a crook, he gonna use it to benefit. The nigga had the knowledge and he gonna use it to be a womanizer. Like, the knowledge itself is so powerful, I could put, listen, Nigga, I could pull up on your girl, have a conversation with her about her body and all the stuff, da da da. At the end of the day, yo, on a deeper level, you know what I'm saying? It's deep. You can get to her, you penetrate her. In these conversations, like when I talk to you, the penetration is different than the sexual penetration, because with sex you can avoid it, but you can't avoid the mental, you know what I'm saying, penetration and that type of stimulation. So when you talking to your woman, if you got good conversation or you really educated or can keep them in awe of what you talking about, you really can benefit. But the problem is that's a powerful tool for a nigga who ain't got his mind right. And most niggas who educated, they ain't got their mind right. So anything good is bad. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's good for the body, too much of it is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they say too much of anything ain't good, right? Now, I want to see something. Hold on. I just want to be real. I know a lot of people know that I keep that shit a bando. I want y'all to know, especially women, that yo, if y'all gonna fix this problem, then first of all, I had to be honest this morning and say, I gotta tell my brothers the truth. You know how many conversations I had with women? And they do not really respect our minds. I didn't say that. When I say they don't respect our minds. They don't think we're competent. They don't think we're capable. They don't think we're intelligent enough. And they don't think that we're worth it. They don't think that we think we're worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I won't disagree with women all the way. I won't. You know what I'm saying? But I will say at the end of the day, if you have that, if that's what you're gonna base your existence on as a woman, then you're gonna realize that, you know, you gotta be very picky. I say it that way. Cause I can't disagree with a woman when she say shit about men, cause it apply to me too. I can't say, oh no, shorty, women bugging, because just like I told the women that didn't agree with me, but when I say they didn't agree with me, they didn't agree with me, but they did agree with some stuff. But I don't mind if you don't agree, cause I just wanna hear your logic. You might be right, you know what I'm saying? He said, now you giving too much. Hold on. See what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? So, what up, bro? You know I had to come up here, right? It's like I can hear you. Yeah, but sometimes we be Let me see if he come back in. Trying to get it, because I know it's a lot of people, a lot of men should speak up, have an opinion and something to say about this. You know what I'm saying? And maybe let me cut him out and bring him back in. Send me another request, bro, when you come back in. But now I think men should speak up more. You know what I'm saying? It should be a group. Like that's why like last night me and Rick was chopping it up, and like we really do need to have like a panel or sit down with a whole bunch of like black men who got a mind and got something to offer. Like we ain't all got to be in the same place, but have these like every week these group convos where it's like it's recorded. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you get to see multiple men perspective. Like we had these topics and then they go around the room. You know what I'm saying? And it can be a very go ahead and send me the request back. I'll bring you in. Hold up, boom. I just added you. Yep.
Yo, you gave me you gave me better now? Hey yo, it's crazy that that you on the live. I'm glad you on here because you be having some good conversation. I don't know if you peeped the topic that I was doing yesterday.
Yeah, I
But
did.
one of the topics I was talking about. So I got a homeboy who was sitting out there with us in the street and seen his baby moms walk by, and you know he had something to say about the way she was dressed and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, bro, like, I mean, you sitting out here with the gang, she walking with your kid. Like, why are you talking down on her? You know what I'm saying? If anything, why don't you look out for her? Like, go. If she need clothes or whatever, you don't like her sneakers, nigga, go buy a pair of sneakers. So his response was, she got a nigga. Fuck, I look like buying her shit. She got a nigga. That's his job. Da 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 da. I said, so who are you to talk down on her though, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your baby mom's is a mirror reflection of your child, bro. You feel me? Me personally, I got 3 baby mothers, bro. I'm not gonna see any of my children's mother going through it. And I got it to give. You feel what I'm saying? Regardless of who they fucking with. Because at the end of the day, if she looks sad to me, if it looks sad looking at her looking like that, then it looks sad to my kids. And I don't want my kids, you know what I'm saying, to feel like they embarrassed walking the streets with their mom. I'm gonna make it as comfortable as possible.
See, you respect your baby mothers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I went through some shit with one of them, but she got in track. You was around. You remember I was going through some shit with my daughter moms, but she in tune now. She on board. You know what I'm saying? But another thing I was telling people too is if you don't have a bit of baby moms, and honestly, I gotta give females, I gotta give these women credit, bro. Nowadays, we have a lot more independent women than we do men. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
And you was just talking about something. I don't wanna, you know, go back into that too much, but we got a lot more independent women than we do niggas. So, you know what I'm saying? When you see a situation where a nigga be complaining about a bit of baby moms, 9 times out of 10, it don't really be over personal shit. You know what I'm saying? It be over a nigga not taking care of his kid.
Yeah.
And I be telling niggas that. I said some of the niggas who go through the most baby mama drama be niggas who don't take care of their kids, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I know, like me and a couple niggas I know that take care of their kids, we might not fuck with the moms, but as long as we taking care of our kids, we got a good relationship with the mom. Like we might not be trying to fuck on them, they ain't trying to fuck on us and none of that shit. You feel me? But we ain't beefing, we ain't disrespecting each other, none of that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, you know, you got to grow up, maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maturity, bro. Not to take off for the topic.
No, but it's real. Because in reality, if we got to be real about it, right? Because the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
It is more independent women, and they do strive harder. And it is more women trying to live righteous and trying to get closer to their creator than it is men. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. And it is true when you say that a lot of men ain't even trying. So that's what I agree. I can't disagree with anything you said on it because we can't talk about the complete negative and not acknowledge them. You know me, I give it up.
Hey,
but a lot of times I got to be real because to grow, we got to talk about them sensitive topics sometimes.
All right, now I got 6 shots in my gun right now, right? I'm about to take. I'm about to let one rip. I'm about to let one of them rip. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so now this is shit that get me mad. I threw a post up talking about what was the fucking post? It had something. I said every chick got a sugar daddy or a trick in the cut somewhere. Yo, bro, I got 4,900 followers, and only one chick got up there and said she got one. So now you mean to tell me all these chicks want niggas to think that they ain't got a side nigga or extra nigga or a male friend that they call a male best friend, that they holding secrets with, that they fucking on, or that's sending them money when they need it? Come on. Let's be real, bro. Yeah. Let's be real, bro.
Yeah, no.
Just like niggas got niggas got women we can call on when we need a few dollars, bro. And you might look, we taking that to the grave with us.
That's real shit. See, the truth is that that's why you see my face like, it's true on both ends. But it's like I got a song I ain't put out yet where I say she got a side boo, a job boo, a baby daddy, and a sugar daddy, right?
Yes.
She
got a nigga at the job,
right?
She got a nigga at the job.
She got a job,
she got a nigga at the job.
She got a side nigga. She got a man. She got a nigga that's willing to give what you ain't willing to give. So in these situations, that's why it's so hard for a black woman to really buckle down and see. Because when we grow, we gotta grow together. We gotta struggle together, and then we gotta evolve. But if you don't have to hit the bottom with a nigga, because when he don't do, it's like, yo, let me get that because I need this, and the nigga gonna give it. He wait. See, niggas be waiting for the baby fathers and the husbands to fuck up. Like, he ain't got it. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And in some sense, how can you be mad at her? Because we know as men that a nigga will have the money, like you said, and be like, oh, fuck that bitch. I give a fuck. That ain't my problem. She got a man. So what? She got a man. Nigga, I watch listen, the realest shit ever. Talk about man shit. My mom up here right now. My father, even after they split, right? And this is the woman that raised me. After they split, yo, he still comes to the house. He would still come to the house, knock on the door. Like she said, he'll wake up at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, real niggas do real shit.
Right? That's because they had a real friendship. A lot of people don't got friendships. Now, they had their turmoils, But I learned a lot. Like I still, like as a kid, we be looking like, man,
Yo, read
my
the
mom
comments.
and dad was arguing all the time. But it's like I know motherfuckers that's not arguing and they ain't make it 10 years, 12 years plus. So I realized that arguing means two people care.
Yo, answer that question right there.
What?
I want you to answer that.
Which one?
She said, can a female have a male best friend?
Yeah, let me say you this. Let me keep it 100, right? If you got a husband, no.
Hell no.
Hell no. But because he becomes your best friend. It's like a man. If you got a husband, no. If you in a serious relationship, no. Technically.
Hey, yo.
But
Yo, you want to hear some
sometimes
crazy
you
shit?
can't put everything into that person you with because they not worthy. But you should
Hey, yo,
leave.
bro.
Yo,
bro, I'm about to drop a jewel real quick, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be a buck with you, son. It's crazy how, yo, I caught myself in a situation where I felt like it sounds crazy, bro. I felt like I was meant to, because you know they say guys deal with reality and women deal with emotions.
Yeah.
Now, because of the emotions, women don't want to accept the real. They rather you lie to them because of the emotions, because of the way the truth makes them feel. They won't say it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, long story short, you ever been in a situation where a motherfucker blatantly tell you exactly what it is?
Yeah.
And because the truth is so raw, you looking at them like they in violation. But when you sit back and think about it, if they would have lied about it,
Damn, my nigga phone froze. He going in right now. And my nigga phone froze. Hold on. Phone. All right, boom.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Go ahead. You was going in too.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say was, so reason why I asked that question, right? I had a situation where I was talking to a female, and I'm gonna end it and come back up. It's relapsing. I can still hear it from the last time. Let me cam down and come back up because I'm still hearing from the last time I was talking.
Yeah, what bro was saying was he was just saying about the hurt, about how if you ever been in a situation as men where a woman told us some shit so true, like real shit, like yo, look, yo, respectfully, like I fuck with you, but you don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go here, that shit, and I've been there when I was younger, like broke the fuck down, and I couldn't. It was hard for me to accept that shit because I was younger. Like that's the truth. The truth hurt. Like when people say the truth hurt, I never understand why I fall out with so many people because I speak so truthful. And nobody wants that shit put right in their face, like right in their face. You feel me? Waiting for my man to come back up. He'll be back up in a second. He'll be back up in a second. But the truth hurts. You know what I'm saying? I learned that that friendship word, sometimes we gotta stop and say, yo, we need to stop dating and we need to learn how to be friends again. You know what I'm saying? And if we can't be friends again, you know you can't have no relationship. You know what I'm saying? But what he said was facts. And I want him to go back on that about, and I'm reminding him he was on and saying, like, you ever had a time when a woman, if you were saying you ever had a time when a woman was real with you and that shit hurt your feelings, but you realized later that shit was real? That's what you were saying.
Yeah, so yeah, boom. So I had a situation where I was talking to a female and Shorty felt that she felt the need to tell me that the nigga she fuck with I guess he was involved. She been dealing with the nigga for years and she felt the need to tell me that he gonna always be her friend. Like, yo, he gonna always be her friend, and no matter what, she said, yo, no matter what, if we stay together, if we break up, he gonna always be my friend, and eventually I'm gonna go back to him when we break up type shit. How do a nigga, and you know what's crazy? That be a lot of bitches' mentality, bro. A lot of chicks is holding on to their first love and shit, and telling you they just a best friend or a friend of the families, and this be the nigga they really want to be with. They really want to be with, you feel me? But they hold on to him and hope that one day the time will be right where they both available and could be together. But until then, they'll settle for you. They'll settle for you.
Yo, that shit true though.
That shit be crazy, cuz. And it's like, yo, but you don't want to hear the truth.
You can't. The truth is, like, put it like this. You know, we talk about as a man, be like, yo, we want women to handle the truth, but it's like, think about it. If we dealt with everybody in truth, it's a lot of friendships that's gonna. Today I say, yo, bro, if I came down as like an angel and say, hey, bro, listen, you can get into heaven, but you gotta tell everybody that you come across this month, you gotta tell them the truth, bro. or you can't go to heaven. Man, there's gonna be a lot of niggas. The niggas who really want to go to heaven, look, they gonna see they family members, they baby mother coming like, look, I gotta tell you the truth. I really don't fuck with you, but your body bad though, and I was fucked up. They gonna see their homeboy like, bro, really you a fuck nigga, but I'm chilling with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got benefits. Like if we walked around telling people the truth, we would be in a different space because, you know, as much as we can say women don't like the truth, bro, I done had a woman tell me some truthful shit in my life that I could not handle, my nigga, when I was younger. Like, there's some shit a woman can say to you that's too real. Like, listen, you don't want a woman to say, yeah, I got a side boo, a job boo, I'm fucking these two with no condoms, da-da-da, but I rock with you and I respect you because you on some king shit. You gonna look at her different. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you almost want the illusion that she perfect. We want to, like, the illusion that you just fucking with me, or that you know what I'm saying? That's the illusion that has to be there. It's like that's the illusion that gotta be in place for you to see him as a queen. You know what I'm
saying? Hell yeah. And that's
or
crazy because we deal with illusions, man. We live in an illusion, and it's crazy that you just said what you said, because I had a topic I did on that also, where I was like, yo, we live in an abnormal world where people do abnormal shit so often that it's a norm. So when motherfuckers do normal shit around a bunch of abnormal shit, people look at them like the normal shit is not accepted. They don't accept the normal shit. I mean, they don't accept stand-up shit because so many niggas doing fuck shit. You get what I'm saying? When you sitting around, look, when you sitting around your mans and the next door neighbor that everybody know but don't really fuck with because he just moved in the hood, when his wife come walking by and somebody comment on her, and you be the first nigga to be like, yo, chill, that's boy, girl, nigga. And he be like, so what? Fuck that nigga. Niggas don't respect that. Because normally you're not supposed to be on that type of time. But normally niggas is. So when you the only nigga to stand up against it, it's like that's like niggas backbiting. When niggas get to talking about a nigga and everybody want to hear what they talking about, but out of the 6 niggas in the circle, you the only nigga that's like, yo, bro, this is female shit, bro. Why y'all niggas talking about a nigga? Why y'all talking about niggas?
You gonna get pushed out.
Then you become the enemy. Then you become the enemy. Now they beefing with you. Nah, fuck out of here, yo, bro. Niggas always trying to save niggas. This is female shit.
See, you gotta remember, we was the last generation that was really pushed to really stand up. It was big, like, you know what I'm saying? My house growing up, like, especially, like, it wasn't like I was raised around stand-up people. Like, everybody I know, like, they had a very low tolerance. Like, I was able to see motherfuckers like push that grind. Like, I come up around a whole bunch of people that's spiritual, but at the same time, like, my family in Jersey, like, they gonna get with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I know. So some people, when I came back down south, a lot of my family was like, you crazy, but and I always tell them, you forgot the up top mentality because y'all been down south so long. When we up top, nigga, it's everything we gotta do is you gotta be when in the house. Like, look, I remember the first, I keep it 100, I remember the first time, like, when I got to Jersey, I moved back to Jersey when I was 11, right? And I'm in Jersey City. I get an argument, not my first fight, my second fight, I get an argument and I come home. But you know, as a man, it's like, I know these niggas about to jump me. So when school leave, I live right across the street, I go to the crib. Look, my pops and my stepmother, they on this shit. Like they already knew. I come in, I don't know running shit. They look at me, they say, yo, the way you came in, something ain't right. And they was like, what happened? I told them, I said, yo, I got an argument with a couple people. They said, oh, you think somebody go jump you? Yo, them niggas said, drop your book bag. They walked me back around the corner. Who was it? Hey, yo, come here. You got a problem? This what y'all gonna do. And we fought. This shit happened like, that happened when I was younger. Older time, I just like, a lot of time on top. Like, you know, if you come from, I come from that. If it's a problem, no, the parents ain't gonna come in. We not gonna talk to your parents. No, come here. You wanna fight? You think it's that? You gonna get your respect. But afterwards, our parents would go to both of us, come to the store, buy both of us soda. Y'all need to learn how to talk. If y'all got a problem, use these, but get up and walk the fuck off. That's what I come from. It won't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I come from that, so I understand why, like, my family in Jersey, they're not gonna bend and they're not gonna fold. And if you from up top New York, New Jersey, it's a certain level of ignorance you just gotta have. And people don't understand that. Like, I can't tell them to be on all this knowledge of self shit when they in the jungle.
Yeah, you right.
You in the jungle.
No, you right.
So you got to be able to have knowledge of self, but at the same time, you also got to have some psychotic part of you because you can't just be spiritual with no military. You know what I mean?
That's like telling a nigga in Chicago, guns is bad. Nigga, you need a gun in Chicago to get by.
You better have a gun.
You better have a gun. You better have a gun, motherfucker.
It's crazy. It's that, you know what I'm saying? But I say, and you know what? You see me, a lot of times I go in, and when I first started, I thought that I would get a lot more pushback from women. But I think that women,
they
even the women that's
more.
Yeah, they respect
you know what it is? You know what it is though, bro? this the thing that always made me upset. This is why I hate doing trending topics. Still on women. This the realest shit I'm gonna tell you on your live too. I noticed that when you throw a trending topic up about the flaws of a man, every woman and their mother will add on to it. But when you throw up a trending topic about the flaws of a woman, every chick could get up here and show their best face. Like for instance, when I threw in the air, yo, every chick got a side nigga or a trick, sugar daddy or something in the cut. Every female felt the need to get under that post and explain how independent they are. Not me, because I go to work and I do this and I do that. They'll save face before they actually deal with the reality of it. The reality of it is, mama, no matter what you talking about, yeah, you got all of that going on for you, but you know, like I know, you got that one nigga that you kicking it with every night that you probably shouldn't be texting or you probably shouldn't be kicking it with. He might got a wife, might got a baby moms, you know, or something. You kick it with that nigga and he'll give you whatever you need if you need it. You need it. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But chicks they're not gonna be real about that shit, bro. They never gonna be real. They want you to think that they stand on two by themselves, all alone, no help, no nothing. And don't get it twisted. There's a few women that do that. I'm not saying that. But bro, we live in right now, and I told that in the comments too. I said, so you mean to tell me every female in the world is super independent during this pandemic right now?
Right.
During this time of need. Right. let's be real.
Then I see but the real independent, let me say this. The real independent women don't have a problem when we talk this shit because they know that the rest of them the rest of them is mimicking what they are. Right? Yo, look, like as real niggas, we know we the real niggas and the rest of them mimicking us.
Not to cut you off, bro, but the ones that come to the forefront and actually speak the same shit we speaking, they be the outspoken ones that be calling girls bitches and shit. Bitch, these bitches know what's up. Those be the ones that don't give a fuck. Nigga, they know what fuck. Yeah, we all got an extra nigga. Bitch, stop fronting, bitch. All these bitches in here got niggas. Da, 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 da. Those be the chicks that'll come through and expose shit. Word to my mother, son. It be the outspoken.
You hit that shit on the money, bro. Listen, it was a time when I had these conversations 5-6 years ago, like amongst people, when I kind of was a little less confident about it because I knew I'd get pushback, bro. It's women that pull me to the side like, no, how you doing, Queen?
Good morning.
Women be like, no, talk your shit because all the real women know that when you exposing, you're not exposing real women. We talking about the fake shit. See, a real man know that we only as strong as our woman. Facts. You know what I'm saying? A real woman will, and I tell women all the time, your power as a woman, Queen, is that if your man got potential, you can make that nigga 3 times better than he is. You can either build or destroy him. Like brother next to you, right? He's a talented musician, artist, you know what I mean, philanthropist, like he really about what he about, right? But with your help, right? Because if everybody else in the world could tell him he can't rap and he can't do nothing, right? Everybody else in the world said, girl, you stupid. But if you honestly believe he the greatest and that you willing to put the bag behind him, that nigga gonna grow.
That's a fact.
He gonna grow because you said it. Because anything you give the honor and anything that you say will be, and that's your power. You build or destroy. If you don't like a man and you want to, you know how women say this. Nigga, I'll fuck your life up. I in your whole world. That's real.
Yeah, that's true.
You date another girlfriend, she in her DMs. Your mama at work like, yo, she was calling my job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Come around the corner, somebody hook off. A woman can really destroy your life. But I'm saying this to you because I know bro strong. And I know if he with you, it speak on your character. That's you know what I'm saying? So respect. How you feel though?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yo, this is Carter's twin. This is Carter's real twin. You see who
Word.
now you
That's
see
what
who
I'm
you look
about
like.
to say.
He
You
don't
talking
look
about little
like
man that be dancing?
He got his mom's whole face, right?
Yo, he be getting it. Yo, he gonna be a rapper or something.
Yeah, that nigga don't look nothing like me, cuz.
You said that's his real twin?
That's his real twin right there. You see him with her, nigga. You forget all about me.
Yeah, for real. That's I was about to say that too. Like, yo, you look just like, but I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Look at this nigga. This nigga don't look nothing like daddy. Look, say what's up, Carter. Carter, say what's up, man.
What's
You're
up,
not gonna
man?
say more on that? They giving
what's
daps.
Up, bro?
They giving daps.
Yeah, daps. Yeah. You ain't heard no music today? You been dancing?
He said you been dancing today? You been dancing? Carter, he said you been dancing today? Say whoa.
Whoa.
Little nigga stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, no, definitely though, cuz I just feel like a lot of times we don't really we gonna have to start doing more trending topics where we expose a lot of the real shit that people don't want to touch, bro. Because we can't just have platforms where we got guys bashing guys and girls bashing guys. And I don't want to bash women either, but I do want to make it clear that y'all got a lot of fuck shit. Women got a lot of fuck shit they deal with too, bro. And they feel, yo, you had touched something today. You had said that's gonna be a real messy topic though. But you had touched something about what, you know what I'm talking about. You said some shit about women always talking about niggas needing a place to stay, but half of these chicks only got a place to stay because of welfare. And
that's a very messy topic. I made a post last year about it.
Bro,
and
it's
for
gonna
2
be
days,
messy.
I
It's
was
gonna
getting
be
cussed
messy
out.
because it's so real, bro. It's gonna be messy because it's so fucking real, bro. And look, the same chicks that's talk, yo, you want to hear some crazy shit? That actually coincides with the post I put up yesterday. Yeah. About every chick got a sugar daddy or something. A lot of chicks got the government in the cut. You got the government in the cut.
They got the white boy with the orange hairband and shit.
Bro, bitches be telling niggas, bitches are telling nigga in a minute, I raise these kids by myself. No, you won't. You gonna raise them with the government. Because you about to go put that kid name on another piece of paper and you gonna get a check for that one too. Let's be real.
Yo, but listen, the government ain't even fronting when they be talking to them. Like, listen to what they say. Like, you gotta understand the psychological. I went one time with one chick that had a kid, and I was sat there, and I was in the room. This is what they said to her, yo. When she was like, I want to get food stamps. So they said, well, what's the reason? Is the father around? They said, listen, if you want this, he can't be there, right?
Word.
Is he does he have a job? She started asking questions. Is he I'm basically they looking for dirt on you to put in the paperwork.
Hey yo, I got a question for you real quick. Have you ever heard the story of how public housing started?
Nah, tell me.
All right, I don't want to go over this. What I'm gonna do is though, matter of fact, I'm lying. I did do some research on it. I did do research on it, and it is in black and white. You can Google it. I just don't remember word for word verbatim, you know what I'm saying, what they said, but they're trying to say that, they're basically saying that the history of public housing came from back in the days. They told women, they made public housing so it was affordable housing for single parents, but they told Black, African American, and Latino women the only way you can live in public housing is if your father household. You feel me? So basically what they said was like, yo, if you remove them from the household, we'll help you out with your rent and you can get welfare and public assistance and all that. And this is how they got the male figures out of the household and made a bunch of broken homes. Women. So what happened was, like, if your man, because remember back in the days, there was a lot of racism. You could go to jail for jaywalking. You ain't even have to jaywalk. They could say you jaywalked and lock you up. They was locking up all of the men from the households. So if your guy got locked up or whatever the case may be, and you were struggling, they would tell you, all right, well, you need help. The baby father's not here to help you with the rent or whatever. Where's your baby father? You can't afford this? No, I can't afford it. He's locked up. All right, well, we're going to do you a favor. We're going to move you in here. But here's the thing. When he get out, he can't live with you. And this is how they broke up the urban homes. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And I don't know if you know, but you know that all of the child support goes to all of the food stamps, not child support. Food stamps and all of that goes on your tab as a man. Like, if you the father, they put that money on your tab. That's why that back pay be so stupid.
Yeah,
because every dollar they give goes to the father's debt.
Hey, yo, you know what I don't understand though, bro? If you could keep putting the debt on a motherfucker that you know that eventually a lot of these niggas is dying with $1 million child support debts, bro. Let's be real. If you could keep dishing out money for food and putting debts on motherfuckers that they ain't never gonna pay, why not just make food free for kids at up until a certain age? Like, make where they, how they got the WIC and all that. Food stamps and all that shit should be free. Just hand it out. You know what I mean? Make sure the kids is good.
If you really was sorry about slavery,
two things I feel should always be free.
Food stamps should be paid by the families that own slaves.
Look, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. But I was gonna say two things I feel should be free in this world, and that's food and education. I don't know why they charge so much for the two things that everybody needs to maintain.
Think about it. Those two things are the most important. If you give it to everybody, those two things are the difference between a society that prospers and a society that has hierarchy, right? So if you take away, if you charge for the food and you charge for the education, then you are intentionally disproportionate to people, in my opinion. Because the people who can afford the education are going to do better. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth, you basically paying for the truth. And the people that who doing better can afford the food. So it puts the person with no education with no food, and the person with education with food. You can separate. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's intentional. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying on that?
Man,
Like,
I feel a lot of this shit is intentional. Like I even feel like the whole, I don't know if people caught on, but this is just, I could be wrong. I feel like the only reason Trump is fighting for $2,000 instead of $600 is because he already tried to he tried to freeze the presidential election for 2024, saying that he was gonna come back and run again in 4 years. So I feel like if he boosts it up, he'll get everybody's good graces. And the sad part is, all people see is money. They hype.
yeah,
They
I
hype.
ain't the
They like,
biggest
yo,
Trump hater,
and look, people like, oh, and
and
y'all
I ain't
said
the
he was a
biggest
bad
Biden
nigga. Look, he
supporter.
trying to get us. They like, yo, he trying to get us 2,000, and y'all said fuck him. Nigga, I'm still saying
I
fuck
mean,
him.
listen. One thing we can say about Trump is that he gonna cut a check, my nigga. Right? Like, listen. You know,
Trump is a
every
hustler, bro.
president got their thing.
Trump is a hustler, bro. He gonna dish it out because he know he
He
gonna
gonna
bring back double. Yo, son, I told
already.
these niggas, I said, y'all
He's
really
banking
need
on
to
the
think.
hustlers. Think
My bad.
about it.
I said, y'all really
If
need to think he not gonna benefit off of sending out $2,000 to every family. Y'all don't think he's gonna benefit somewhere down the
he
line?
got a
Like,
family, bro. He's a hustler. Think about it. If you a hustler, this money's supposed to be. Listen, when Trump gave you the first 1,200, he knew that it's a small percentage of America that could take $1,000 and make $1 million by the end of the summer. He
hell
knows
yeah,
this.
hell
Trump,
yeah.
listen, niggas be. Trump got paid to run. To run for president. He took some money for some races, right? It
Mm-hmm.
happens. A lot of politicians do. So he steered the pot. It's intelligence. I'm not saying I agree with him, but if I want to win an election, there's a whole bunch of wealthy racist motherfuckers that I can go stir the pot, and they gonna feed me everything I need, and I only need 3 of these niggas. They so wealthy. I only need 3, right? But his whole life, he been in rap videos around drug dealers, right?
Oh,
He
word.
a
I ain't
hustler.
never noticed that. I ain't never know that.
He was in Welcome to Atlanta with Luda and them. He was in a
Oh,
video.
word. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, the
Uh,
nigga, his whole career was around black folks. Damn near,
mm-hmm.
like when it came out like his public life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that he don't have no issue or no way, but when he be talking about stuff, a real racist has an emotional attachment to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trump be like, well, vote for me for president again, I'll give you $4,000. I be laughing, bro. He is a comedian. See, we gotta stop looking at Trump as, look, I thank him I thank him more than I hate him because, bro, I thank you for showing me what America really look like. Right? That's all he did. He leaving
Yo,
office. He said it last month. If you
yo, my
if
uncle
if you
said
vote me
something.
for president again, I'll extend the unemployment benefits for another year.
Yo, look, my uncle had said something a few years back, and I didn't get it. I swear to God, I didn't get it. He said, He said, nigga, I want Trump to win. And my uncle pro-black. He said, I want that nigga to win. I want him to win. I can't stand that motherfucker, but I need him to win. I need him to win this election. I didn't understand why. As soon as he won the election, I called my uncle. I said, yo, this motherfucker won the election. Now you got to tell me why you wanted him to win the election. He said, yo, get you some weed and come over to my house. He said, get you some weed and come over to my crib. I got some weed. I went over to his crib. You know what he told me? He said we needed a bigot in the forefront. He said we needed a bigot in the forefront. When you give them that type of power and you put them in front of an audience, everybody get to see what it is for what it is. He said now what happens when you do that is, right, you got some white folks that's, he said you really do still got white folks that's not with none of that racist shit. He said that makes them pick a side.
Right.
He says so now what happens is we get to see, because remember we already knew this was a racist country, but now we get to see how racist this country really is. So look,
Right.
when they started doing the marches and all that, and you seen the white folks in the front of the march, my uncle called me up and said, look, hey, look at this shit. This is what I was talking about. He said, shit like this is what I was talking about. We needed Trump to be president. When you ever seen white people in the front of a Black Lives Matter march?
Yeah.
So it kind of like made everybody understand that racism and that like a lot of the favoritism and corny shit that niggas be doing, people see that shit and frown upon it. It doesn't matter what color you are. Right is right, wrong is wrong. So when you got a president that's up there, cause see that's the only difference between Trump and a lot of presidents. Trump don't bite his tongue. A lot
Yeah.
of presidents be doing shit under the table. Trump gonna do it right there. He gonna say it in front of your face. The only thing I don't agree with Trump is that whatever they have planned, they speak on it before they get it done.
And I feel like the United States have always been bad with that. Like if they about to go bomb Iraq or some shit, they'll be on the news talking about they sending troops to Iraq right now to go bomb Iraq. Like it ain't no people from Iraq that got family in America that could call
But
them
like
like,
they're
yo,
not watching our station.
yo, Pop, they on their way. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that.
That speaks of the arrogance of Big Brother.
That's how, yeah, bro. That's how arrogant the United States is, bro.
Yes, bro. They like right now, like they really think about before Trump leave office, he fuck around, they gonna drop a well. I don't really worry, they saying that he might drop a bomb on Iran or do something before he leave office because he can.
I can see him
But you
doing
gotta
that though.
remember, they not listen, you heard what happened last year?
Nah. What you talking about?
They sent a drone in Iran to spy, like a drone that can't be seen, technology that ain't even out yet. And they took control of this drone out of mid space and brought that shit down in the middle of like they was having a celebration, like the president was speaking, and he was like, "Hold on," and they got some type of technology where they took over the drone and brought that bitch from outer space and landed it and said, "Look, this is a U.S. drone. They're spying on us." They don't have no
Wow.
problem. I don't know what they on. Like
They on
on the
some other
cyber
shit
attack.
over there. They on some other
Yeah,
shit
like
over there.
they'll send a missile. They can hijack the missile and send it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Iran leads the world in technology other than China.
Yeah,
And if you
that's
do the
cool.
research, you know that, and not to go too far, but you know that they found 3 crashed UFOs in Iran 5 years ago.
Oh, word.
So that's why they on them right now, because they know that technology. And
And
then you
I'm about
they
to say
also
that,
got the ancient technology of the Sumerians,
they
which is
get some of
second
their
place.
technology, they get their technology from them UFOs. A lot of people don't know that. Like for
Yeah,
instance, the first fiber optic cables that was used by man was discovered on a UFO that they found. You know what I'm saying? That's how niggas figured out how to travel sound through wire and shit. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
But yeah.
But I seen a joint on the Joe Rogan show when the scientist, he kept it a band. He said, "Yo, the people don't want to hear this, but like every continent has found UFOs, but it be UFOs that they not like crash, like they been here, like how they digging for bones and get like 100 miles in when they
Yeah.
excavating. America found 11 UFOs. That's where their technology come from. And he said China found 32.
And that's why they're so
Like they
advanced.
was digging. They was like they was here. They been here like this. Like basically this. They got caught up in whatever happened in the earth. So it's not like they just found these old ships that was buried in certain places.
Yeah.
And then you know how it go. But nah, that's real.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Look, the scientist said the other day, and I heard it about 10 times. They don't. You know how they usually know where the technology gonna be 10 years from now, like how they plan.
Hell yeah.
Man, they don't know.
That's how advanced it
All
is.
scientists say they don't know if they don't know where computers gonna be. Like they didn't know 5 years ago that we would be on what we on right now with the phones and talking. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. I would have been thought that everything would have crashed by now. Because I think that everything got an expiration date. Like all the data that we use for Facebook, Instagram, all that shit, social media, all in general. Like I would have been thought that shit would have crashed by now, bro. Like it's
Me
memory.
too.
Yo, bro. It's memory. Years and years and years of memory, of data from everything. I'm talking about from music to movies to television shows to text messages to pictures being posted on social media.
You ever
Yo,
seen Tron?
bro, no,
You ever watched the movie Tron?
no.
You need to watch it, bro.
TRON.
Tron. This is what it's about. Listen. So it's a dude. His
It's on
pops make
Netflix.
video games,
It's
right?
on Netflix.
It I don't know if it's on. It came out a couple years ago, but you could find it because it's
You
not
ever heard of
new.
a movie named Tron? Tron.
It was a
TRON.
video game first with the bikes. You know them bikes that light up the
Yeah,
wheels.
yeah.
That's Tron. But look, okay, Tron, the movie about it's a dude. He make video games, right?
Uh huh.
And he tell his son at the beginning of the movie that look, I just came up with a discovery. His pops go to work, but he never come home, right? And so his son
I
end
think
up
I seen that. His pops went out of space or some shit, right?
he went into cyberspace.
He went into
He
cyberspace and
it's
he was trying to get back in through the glitches and some shit. And
yeah
he was looking through the books or some shit. He was
yeah.
floating in between. And when he came back, the world was shaped funny and all that. And his daughter was older than him or some shit like that.
Nah, no, that's Interstellar. You know what I'm
Oh, you seen
saying?
that shit? That shit
Yeah,
crazy.
no, that shit told a lot. That's Interstellar. No, so Tron, no, that's my shit. Now, Tron is about, so his father ended up something, he didn't figure what happened. So at 8, 17, 16, he got older. He basically owned the company, but corporations had bought in. So he went and tried to shut him down. But one day when he turned 18, this nigga came to his house and said, yo, we got a phone call from your father from the arcade, but they had the arcade like locked down. So he went in the arcade and he went in the back room and he seen some old technology equipment and he touched it and they asked him what's your name. When he pressed the button, it zapped him, a laser zapped him in, and basically these shits came and got him. So basically he went inside the cyberspace. So basically think about it. We don't ever think that space, cyberspace, do we ever think that cyberspace exists?
Yeah,
It's a
right.
different dimension, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's why it's not running out because of space. So what ended up happening is he go there and he basically in a video game, right? But it's real shit. And so they come and capture him, and then he end up seeing the leader of the crew is his father, but it's not his father. It's this dude named basically in the game that he created, he found cyberspace. He made a video game, and while he was in cyberspace, he created some beings. But while he was in cyberspace, he accidentally met some beings that already existed in cyberspace, and these niggas had pyramids on their heads and shit, right? I'm just showing the subliminals, right? Now, when he created these beings, he was making a video game in cyberspace. He created the leader of them as in the same image of himself, like God. So it looked like him, but and Clue was his name. Clue was made to keep out all of the bad programs, you know what I'm saying, and to protect the cyberspace. But eventually, Clue felt like that he had to protect the cyber people from the Europeans. Now, I'm thinking like on a deeper level, it's like they colonized Earth. Why the fuck wouldn't they colonize cyberspace, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But what happened was, remember them beings that he met while he was there, like the ones that existed? A lot of them was bald-headed and black when you see them. Well, Tron started attacking them, and then he ran and got stuck in the game because he blew the portal to get back to shoot himself back into human because that's the technology he had. So his son gets zapped in this shit and got to go in cyberspace and do it. But what I learned from that movie was, listen, when we dealing with cyberspace, we're still dealing with space, right? And when we dealing with, think about it, why everything is a ship, championship, right?
Yeah.
What do we not understand about the word ship? Because the Egyptians had ships in the sky. Remember, they talking about going out of space. These niggas was in boats. They was in boats. You know what I'm saying? So everything we think about the word ship is deep. But nah, that's why I ain't gonna tell you no thing. But he go in there and he thought his father was dead. And out of all of them things that he met, only one was alive. It was this girl that he kept. Because basically in her genetics was the cure for all diseases and shit. But these beings already existed in cyberspace. So what they're not gonna tell you is that if you study like in law, you learn that Eisenhower, he communicated with like the Greys. It's a law document. And he took technology, like in exchange. You know what I'm saying? And while he was talking, it's a law document that they said some other beings popped in the White House and told him not to negotiate with them.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, in the White House said, yo, if you give us some weapons or some of your technology, we won't fuck with them. And then, but the beings told them like, yo, y'all not spiritually strong enough for our weapons. Y'all gonna kill the planet. You feel me? And so they left and they did business with the Greys. That's why they say the Greys is the ones kidnapped, because Eisenhower signed a treaty with the Greys, and in return they could abduct. That's why I always ask people, you don't meet a lot of black abductees, because the treaty wasn't signed with us.
Right.
So it's deep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But at the same time, on some, not to go too far, but on some space shit, you learn about the astronaut that just came back and spent the most time. He spent the most time in space. He was saying like how the bones in the body, you don't need bones.
I don't believe astronauts ever walked on the moon. That's just me, bro. I don't believe that shit.
I would say, okay, I don't believe that shit they told us, no. But I know for a fact that the ancient Egyptians and them was on the moon and on Mars, because there's pyramids. Well, it don't mean that they could have been the people that taught us, right? But we can almost prove it, because even in South America, and when you look at these tombs, they got on spacesuits, bro. Like, and I always say, if me and you, right, if we 1,000 years ahead in technology, 1,000,000 years ahead of technology, and we live now, right? But we got shit that nobody on. Like, we so highly conscious and evolved, our people, but we live in a corner on the earth. We go out of space, but when we come back, we land in damn Indonesia, China, South America. We land smack in the middle of Brooklyn, bro. And we come down with gold suits on and technology never seen. What they gonna call us, bro?
They'll call us aliens.
They gonna call us God.
They gonna think we aliens. They gonna think.
Yeah, I mean today we call it aliens, but to the ancestors, shit that came out
Yeah,
the
they gonna.
skies was the
Yeah,
gods.
yeah, that's a fact. No, that's a fact.
So
They
if
gonna.
I think the world flat and I see some niggas show up on an all gold boat, I'ma bow to these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, you right.
they was going out of space, my nigga. Cause like Nefertiti 2, and they got a UFO on the wall, a helicopter, and a jet. So they can build buildings with precision, which I know is lasers. Look, a white boy fucked up last month, and I said, oh shit, they right. He said, listen, they so arrogant, bro, they'll tell us the truth on accident. He said, listen, I've been all over the world. And he said, I've seen these perfectly shaped noses. It's impossible. He said the diamond drill was created by Phil Snyder, the nigga that they killed, that they exposed the UFO shit. He
Yeah.
created the diamond drill, which they basically, the diamond go in the ground, it heat the rock up at such a high level that it melts, and the laser go makes rooms underground. That's what the government be using. It used the melted rock because it's melting like lava, and it builds the wall, and it cools at the same time. It builds the wall, it flagellates the rock, right? And he said they didn't have diamond technology. Bro, think about it. These niggas on the hieroglyphs got diamond watches on, bro. They got watches, clocks on with diamonds, and they got diamond rubies and chains on, right? How do you cut a diamond, my nigga?
Oh yeah, they been had that. They been
With
had
a
the
diamond, right?
technology. Yeah.
And the pyramids collected energy from the sun, right?
Yeah.
So if you think that if technology today, think about it, if we can get the diamond today and we using it to flagellate rock and build houses, what the fuck make you think that the Egyptians and the Africans did not know this?
Yeah.
This is a laser drill. These statues perfect, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't no hand carved nothing.
The
You know what I'm
word.
saying?
Everything was perfect.
It was perfect,
Everything
bro.
from the ancient. Yeah, a lot of that shit perfect, bro. They
And
still
what
ain't
could do
figure
that?
out how they did the pyramids. They still ain't figure that shit out.
But what has the power? We know now because of the technology we got. The technology is doing the surgeries, bro. Some of the craziest surgeries, there's AI doing these surgeries because the precision of a computer is way higher than a human mistake.
Yeah, that's a
That's the
fact.
essence. You know what I'm saying? And then we also got to remember that the floor of the Nile River is made out of limestone, soft limestone. In the book,
Yeah.
The Struggle of Black Civilization, he was saying that in the water, and the Grand Canyon that's limestone. When it's underwater, it's soft and it's mushy. So what made you think they didn't get the limestone when it was soft, bro, and fix this shit like it was clay if they did use their hands?
That makes sense.
You can make this shit like it's just like you doing pottery. And but
Yeah.
you take this clay and you put it out there, you probably got a couple months for it dry. Cause Africa hot. You take it, you put a big block up, you shape it, and you carve it. And when you're done, you just let it dry. Cause they knew it probably took 10 years to dry, 50 years to dry, and then they knew it would last for another 2,000 years.
Yeah,
Cause
right.
they knew because the mountains, they in Africa, like yo, that mountain, they realized that mountain used to be underwater at some time.
Word.
And the mountain is just dry limestone.
Just sitting here. And it's just sitting
Yeah.
here and it ain't never going nowhere.
Like in Aswan, where they say they get it, because they keep saying that they went 2-3 miles to get this limestone. But the technology today, when China tried to rebuild the pyramids, they tried to put it on boats. All the boats sunk. They tried to put it on They end up having to use helicopters to get the limestone there. Niggas won't. I'm telling you, bro. They won't
Yo, we about
build.
Hey, yo, we about to start the Willie and Real Brooklyn Baller show real soon, man.
Yeah, we
Word.
need to.
You got to give me a time every day, bro. I work on some topics at night. I shoot them to you, and in the morning we could just
We can make it happen, bro.
we shake this shit up, bro. You know
And
that.
we
You
can
got to
start
follow
simple
it.
and
I
just
got
do
to
like a
follow
day.
it.
We
We can
could do
make this
like a
shit
day
happen.
a week. We could do a day a week just to get it started, and then we get in our rhythm.
Let's do that. We could do that. We could do that. I gotta go get the family some breakfast and shit though. I'm gonna get
Already.
back on here though, bro. Keep doing what you doing, bro. I love what you doing, man. For real.
Respect, bro.
You already? I'm gonna
Same.
scream at you.
Hey, yo, keep me posted on the music, bro. Check, bro. Let them know where they can find your music at.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put it in the comments. YouTube r.b.baller. Make sure y'all check me out.
Yeah, and y'all know
Yo,
I don't just co-sign on no shit. Any nigga, not that he need my co-sign, he his own man. But
yo,
bro, like that.
appreciate you.
Go check him out.
Appreciate you. Yo, bro, stay up, man. We gonna chop it up. Hit me when you get a chance.
All right, bro.
All right, boy.
Let me get out of here, y'all. I gotta get to these dogs, but another good morning convo. To everybody who watch, I appreciate you and all the women and the queens that be on the conversation. I know y'all think I'd be harsher. I know I could be a little bit much, but I just be passionate and true, but understand that I'm just willing to have a conversation. So if any woman want to come up here and have a conversation, you are more than welcome to speak your mind. I will not shut you down. I will listen to you. Even if I don't agree with you, I will hear your logic out, and I'm not here to destroy you because I got to understand it from your point of view as well. So anything, you know what I'm saying? You get me the inbox so you can speak, because the platform, I am expressive for men, but at the same time, your voice will be heard and will be respected. So I know a lot of women spoke up early, so I don't have no complaints, but I would love to see women speaking up too. So BH.